Okay, so let's get started. What's up, you guys? You all have tapped in live with Amazing Grace, and I am going to just talk to you guys about an experience that I had yesterday. And, like, I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys are going to resonate with the situation. It doesn't necessarily have to be the exact same situation, but I'm pretty sure that you went through something like this before. But what I want to say to you guys, collective, is that make sure if you are still dealing with outside medical practices, like besides the natural healing and stuff like that, if you are going, even them too, but if you're going outside of your spiritual jurisdictions to get any help done, like the dentist, the doctors, chiropractors, anything, so forth and so on, make sure that you are advocating for yourself. Okay, always advocate for yourself when you're going to the doctors or anything like that, because not every last one of them are good. Not every last one of them are bad. You have to use your discernment when going on the outside of your spiritual practices to receive help from some people, okay? Doctors, dentists, or whatever. Okay, y'all. So a couple months ago, I was supposed to get some wisdom teeth extracted. Mind you, you know how they say, oh, you supposed to get your wisdom teeth pulled out. You supposed to get your wisdom teeth pulled out. No, you're not. You're not supposed to get your wisdom teeth pulled out, okay? Your wisdom teeth are your ancestors, okay? Now, for some of y'all, a lot of older individuals, y'all were taught by them. Um, for some of y'all, as far as like your teeth and like dealing with going to the dentist. A lot of y'all have been going to the dentist for years, y'all. For some of y'all have had y'all energy harvested by these different healthcare corporations. Okay, it's a big thing. It's a really big thing. But this specific dentistry has like a bad reputation now that I'm really like picking up on their energy and like how they attempted to harvest my shit yesterday. Mind you, okay, my appointment was at 11. They called right before I did that download. I did a download yesterday. They called right before I was finna do the download. Like, so I answered the phone and the dentistry lady was like, pretty much like we're gonna have to push your appointment to noon. Mind you, that was the red flag. Red flag number one. Mind you, y'all know who I am. I know who I am. So, red flag number one. The divine just be having me on missions and shit too. So I looked at this whole thing as like being on like a mission, and it truly had something to do with my collective and what we deal with in everyday life, or what we have been dealing with. Okay. Um, so I picked up on the red flags before I even got there. Mind you, I already had my ride scheduled and stuff at a certain time to get there. So I had to sit there, y'all, for a whole hour. I sat there for that whole hour. Um, and then I went and, and checked in and stuff like that. So then they took me to the back and I sat down. Mind you, they still had their computers. It was a computer in the room, and the screen was still up. So I saw, mind you, when the lady called me, I didn't have an attitude with this lady. I just was kind of, it kind of was annoying that y'all would call me at the last minute. Like, I had already scheduled, my ride is scheduled and everything. Y'all would already call me at the last minute to tell me that can I come in a little bit later? Can I come in at 12? At the last minute though. Like, what? Anyway, so that was pretty much red flag number one, y'all. So I still, went in to endure the rest of the experience, because that's what it was. Um, you could already tell, like, behind the scenes, they was trying to set me up with a specific dentistry person so that they could operate on my mouth. Or like, these motherfuckers be magicians, dog. Like, they be magicians, they be witches, and they be warlocks. They be just wearing like the doctor's uniforms and shit like that or whatever. So mind you, I'm just sitting there waiting. Now, when the fuck did they listen, y'all? I don't know if they just started doing this, but I was just like picking it up that it was just all deceptive. Okay, everything was deceptive. Mind you, y'all know my ancestors is with me. I got my deities with me, and one of my main deities, Kali Ma. Okay, she definitely showed up to dismantle some illusions that was around me. That's what she does. She comes with destruction of illusions and lies and like shit that we could be like not seeing ahead of time. It was like she already was on it before I could even get to the dentist. She was already on it, like dismantling bullshit. So the computer screen was open where it was like a message in there. It said like my note, like not my notes, but stuff about me. Okay. So I had them two wisdom teeth extractions. I saw that it was like, you know, because they don't get paid when we cancel out them services. They don't get paid by the insurance company when we cancel out them services. So they was already pissed about that, me. And then they will harass your ass about, are you coming to your appointment, are you coming to your appointment, are you coming to your appointment? Like the main one that is like getting money from the insurance, they like overcharging people's insurance and shit. It's a form of energy harvest, y'all. Anywho, so I looked at the little notes in the computer. I'm looking, I'm like, because the nurse had done left out the room and shit, because mind you, they were trying to, mind you, I never have high blood pressure, y'all. My blood pressure is never high. So she's like, I need to take your blood pressure. Mind you, they ain't never did this shit before. I've never seen them do this before for a teeth cleaning, y'all. For me to get my teeth cleaned. And they took my mind you, let me say about how I read the little note. The little note said patient had an attitude or patient was rude or some shit like that. I was not being rude to this lady, mind you. I was definitely not being rude. And I just was kind of weirded out. Like, why would y'all push my appointment to 12? Like, what, like, why would you wait until the last minute to do this shit? Like, to fuck my whole day of work up, my whole plans, and then just for me to get there and for them to be like, well, your blood pressure is too high and we can't see you or some shit. That was rejection, was my divine protection, because they asses be harvesting energy, y'all. Like, I was protected from them people harvesting my energy yesterday. And it was like Callie Mom was definitely like in the midst of this whole thing. I could tell, and I was like, this is not the first time I've witnessed her bring destruction to an illusion or an illusionist or a lie or some energy of sabotage, or like, this ain't the first time I've seen her come in. Like, I got the chill so bad right now. But yes, I know it was her energy, because I'm like, I didn't even get to get my teeth cleaned or nothing. That we wasted all this fucking time. It was just like, it was an experience. So they was, it seemed like they were upset or they were pissed off, because it was like my energy was protected. It was being protected. Like, now, unless they just was like, they truly was on some shit like, okay, we gotta take her blood pressure because they were, it's proper protocol, but my blood pressure was high. So that was another energy of me being like, okay, rejection is my divine protection. And then it was like, I could just see the deception off of the nurse lady, the you know, the lady that come in and take your blood pressure and they be typing shit in the computer or whatever. I could see the deception on her anyway. So I just was like, you know, she like, you floss, do you, like the questions that she asks or whatever. And I was responding to the questions and shit like that. But you could just tell when you go further into conversations with people, you can see the bullshit in the background. You can see the overlay for the underplay. You know what I'm saying? Like, they was definitely trying to harvest my energy in the dentist or whatever. And they saw like, okay, like they could already see, like, you should have seen how when they canceled the appointment, you should have seen how the lady was just like trying to get me out of there, y'all. That shit was you should have seen how this lady was trying to get me out of there. So my boundaries were being tested, my patience was being tested, my attitude was being tested all at one time. So mind y'all, we talked about your boundaries going to be tested, your patience is going, Motherfuckers are gonna try to get you in an upward of. And that's another form of energy harvesting when they're purposely trying to get you to have an emotion towards them. That's a form of energy harvesting. I'm just bringing y'all this initial experience that I had because for some of y'all may have went through that before or you're going to go through it, okay? Like I said, make sure y'all are paying attention if y'all are still going on the outside to if y'all are still going on the outside to get medical care or going to the dentist or anything like that. Make sure you are advocating for yourself, okay? Make sure you are using your discernment. Um, like I told y'all, I come with the downloads. Sometimes I literally go through the experience to bring forth the downloads. Y'all know we've been doing this for years. And yeah, they attempted to harvest my energy, but I was protected. Kali Ma stepped in and dismantled the whole illusion. I'm gonna say it again because it's this stigma about Kali Ma, or it's the stigma about different deities or Hinduism. That's what I adhere to. Okay, I'm not saying this for y'all to drop your Jesus and adhere to Hinduism. That's not what I'm saying. No disrespect. What I'm saying is make sure y'all are advocating for yourself, but rejection is your divine protection. So if any of your medical appointments just out of the blue get canceled, you know it's because of your protection. So different things may happen, like different reasons why your appointment being canceled is a form of protection. So don't get upset about it. Like, it was just red flags all over the board. Like, why are y'all pushing? Y'all purposely did that shit at the last minute so I could have an emotion, so that my aura could have a tear in it. Like, shit like that. Because when you're in a bad mood or you low vibing, they wanted to purposely put me in a low vibration so they could harvest my energy. Trick no good, okay? The underlay, the overplay for the underlay, that kind of energy as well. Like, they was trying to get me the fuck out of there because they could not harvest my energy, y'all. It was so funny. It was like, it was only funny because at the last minute, I kind of knew what was happening because my throat chakra was going crazy. When I say my throat chakra was going crazy, and when my throat chakra going crazy, it's somebody's trying to be silenced or it's somebody that's lying. Nine times out of 10, when you gotta, it's, you can tell when somebody's attacking your throat chakra, and you can also tell when somebody's lying to you. Your gifts will tell you if somebody's lying to you or if some bullshit in the midst. My throat chakra was going crazy when I walked in the place and when I came up out of it. Like, I was getting all types of, like, and then I called my teacher, I called my spiritual teacher to talk to her about it, and she confirmed everything that I felt. She confirmed everything. So I'm like, I knew it was some bullshit. So that is just my story to relate to you guys, my experience. I'm not gonna pull any cards on this. We're gonna pull some cards on it later because I have to go to work. But yeah, be mindful of these different practices behind the scenes, okay? Because some of y'all still be going to the doctors or whatever, and some of y'all still be going to the dentist and shit like that. Mind you, I just wanted to get my, well, let me talk to y'all about the me canceling my tooth extractions. Here it is, and I kept getting like intuitive nudges about, like, from, I was getting intuitive nudges from Yakai awakening. Some of his energy was like in my timeline, like, you ain't supposed to get your wisdom teeth pulled and da 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 da. Like, those are signs, y'all. Like, cause your wisdom teeth are your ancestors. They're very sacred energy, very sacred energy. And these dentist people, like the people at the dentist, the people at the doctors, they know more about us than we know. Well, we're starting to learn more shit. Like, we know a lot of energy that will protect us, but before we were awakening, y'all, and before we all this, the great awakening, and we getting spiritual gifts, they was able to harvest our energy, dude. Like, harvest our energy through our own like physical energy, harvest energy through like mental manipulation, harvest energy through like the finances, or doing shit like purposely rescheduling you or doing some shit at the last minute, hurting you while working on you. That's another way or form to harvest energy off of you, like blood, teeth extractions, so forth and so on. So just be mindful, you guys, especially the ones that are still going to the dentist, that are still going to get like health care and stuff like that. Because they will attempt to harvest your energy. And with my skin complexion, they definitely going for it. The ones with the brown skin, okay? I mean, they could literally do it off of anybody if you're vibing high, if you are a high vibrational being, but they really be trying to get us, okay? The brown skin color, the brown energy. Like, you know how they organ harvest and so forth and so on. That's another download or whatever. But yeah, that's another download. I'm not even finna, because I'm getting downloads as I'm even talking about that. Some of y'all have had surgeries where it was a form of organ harvesting. It didn't have nothing to do with, oh, because you needed to have that removed. They'll tell you that you need to have something removed because they want to give it to another motherfucker. Or they one of their family members is fucked up out here and they need that part of you. Or they'll purposely like fuck up an organ of yours so they could take it. Like just a lot of bullshit going on. But anyway, y'all, that is all I wanted to talk to y'all about. This is neither here nor there. You could go through something similar or you've already went through something similar. Just take the energy as it resonates. I love you guys and I will see y'all later. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Like, and it's just different experiences that either you may go through, but you're going to see how protected you are. You're going to see how protected you are. For some of y'all that's been literally doing this work, and like, it will, even though the more you ascend, the more you'll be able to see shit. Like, for some of y'all, like, I've been picking up on like energy harvesting through corporations and shit, but I got to experience it like firsthand with my eyes on it. I got to experience that shit firsthand. So mind you, I've already had my energy harvested from corporations, from like jobs, the dentist when I was little, teeth being pulled, or anything to make me bleed or make hurt me or some shit like that. Those are forms of energy harvesting, y'all. Okay, so anyway, that's all I wanted to say to you guys, and I'm going to hold on. Well, I thought I was gonna get out of here. It happened to me. Absolutely. I'm pretty sure it did. I'm pretty sure it did. I ain't even gonna ask y'all to get the likes up because it don't matter. It don't really matter if you like the video or not. I'm going to continue to bring my downloads. I'm going to continue to service this platform. It's like when I get downloads and stuff like that, this is not my only platform, you guys. So I'll be on other platforms as well. But I'm just going to, for those who watch me over here, I don't get many views like that. Not as much as I used to, or likes, or y'all see my shit done went down crazily, but I'm not complaining. I get what's going on and I understand it, and I'm cool because this platform don't pay me. I'm not a partner. I don't care what the paperwork say. I am not a partner for YouTube. I don't work for YouTube. I work for myself. I do have a job or whatever, but I don't know. I don't care how much they turn my channel down. It don't matter. I don't care. Anyway, like I said, I love you guys. Do your spiritual work. Do what is necessary for your soul's growth. Make sure you are using your discernment, because the harvesting of the energy is definitely at a high rate. It's been like this, but the more you guys awaken to this bullshit there, and you're protecting yourself from having your energy harvested, they're not being able to do that shit. Okay, all right, y'all, I'm gonna get out of here.